Hello interwebs, this is Danni Danger and I'm back to give you another single issue review. This week we'll be talking about Beasts of Burden, Neighborhood Watch. Beasts of Burden is one of my all-time favorite reads. I reread this all the time. So when this one-shot came out, I was really excited. Beasts of Burden is kind of like if Homeward Bound met Buffy the Vampire Slayer. As far as I can tell, Burden Hill also sits on a hellmouth because ghosts and demons just cannot leave these household pets alone. Our lovable cast of animals features some of Burden Hill's neighborhood canines, a mysterious sheepdog called the Wise Dog, and even a stray cat that lives around the neighborhood named Orphan. Neighborhood Watch is an issue that is broken into 3 short stories, each one better than the one before it. Our first story starts off with Rex, one of our lovable hounds, and Orphan as they chase a goblin out of a chicken coop in the neighborhood. The tables turn a little bit when Rex is picked up by his human, so Orphan is forced to take care of the goblin all by himself. And everything seems to be just fine until the goblin realizes that Orphan's about the same size as a chicken. Does cat taste like chicken? This story has a really cute ending, and I love the way that the goblin talks. "You'll never kiss me!" Kind of want to pet goblin now. Story time, the second short story in the book, is really cute. Some of the neighborhood pups get in trouble because they are going out in the neighborhood exploring at night. So to keep them at home, the Wise Dog makes up a story about whoever was taking care of ghosts and demons before the Wise Dog Society was around. This group of men and dogs were called the Pack, and it is a beautiful story of battle, valor, and the loyalty between man and dog. The third story, The View from the Hill, is my favorite in this issue. It's a really touching and yet creepy story about a flock of sheep who are making their way through Burden Hill with their loyal sheepdog. Because any newcomers to Burden Hill are more often than not trouble, of course the Beasts of Burden have to go investigate. This story is really cool because the beagle, Jack, is one of my favorite characters. He has a particular sensitivity to paranormal activity and ghosts and creepies, and you get to see that in this story. He picks up on something that the other animals don't pick up on at all. I found this particular story interesting as well because while the sheep are having a conversation with the Beasts of Burden, they mention that dogs believe that they're the only ones with souls, which I found the intentional or unintentional religious commentary there pretty cool. The last panel in this particular issue is absolutely bone-chilling, and it gives me the perfect opportunity to gush about how much I love Jill Thompson's artwork. It's some of the most beautiful and yet some of the most creepy and horrifying images that I've seen, and meshing the two together is really a gift of hers. Beast of Burden is written by Evan Dorkin, who has a particular gift for short stories. His endings are always on point. They always leave you with a really strong impression, and you very rarely see what's coming around the corner. If you like Neighborhood Watch, you can also pick up a collection of some of the other single issues, Beasts of Burden, Animal Rights. It is a great book, and I love it, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is into horror. Pick up Neighborhood Watch. It's a brilliant book. I promise you won't regret it, especially if you love horror. Please make sure to subscribe this so you can see more of the videos we're putting out. Like it, share it with everybody. Please be sure to follow me on Twitter at Danni Danger. Thanks again to Austin Books and Comics, as always, for letting us shoot in their store and letting us show off their comic books. And there's some particularly funny conversations going on about Loki's first impression of social media and why no one on the internet believes that he's really a god. Something else that's really cool about this particular Wonder Woman run is the Adam Hughes covers. They are just stunning. And this one has one of my particular favorites. The image is pretty funny.